Hi guys, welcome back to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Max.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm clearly doing like merry-go-round in chairs here.
It is a bit.
I was there on a Tuesday, going round. Daz is got some
Business
some work.
again? Yeah.
He'll be in videos later this week. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So I found this video. It's just why Australia's forgotten North is so extreme. And I assume Daz has done this because he's a big geography man. So I thought, while he's not here,
Right. Okay.
we'll do it.
Right.
Because Australia as a place is lovely and horrific at the same time.
Yeah,
Terrifying old place. Bad for us. Creepy crawlies
So,
and all that.
well, I was going to say some of the wildlife there doesn't don't grab you really, does it? But
Yeah, I've got a friend that's just come back from living, I think, 18 months in Australia.
Yeah,
and
wow.
it's just like, it's gorgeous, but everything does want to kill you.
oh yeah,
I'm so good on that. You know, that can stay down there.
I think that's what would definitely put me off going there. But I mean, I think it's a bit of an amazing place, isn't it, to go to? But
People just share pictures on like a Wednesday, and it's like the best thing you've ever seen. And you
just,
go, oh, okay.
it's just a long.
And then we look outside, it's gloomy.
Yeah, long way away, though, isn't it? That's the thing, a long way.
But yeah, let's get into it.
Australia is one of the weirdest countries in the world. It's got weird animals, weird plants, and even a big weird landscape. But what if I told you that its northern part is even more bizarre? It's a place where there's just 2 seasons, not 4, a land where the tides are so big they create horizontal waterfalls, and a place where humans have existed for longer than most people realize. This is Northern Australia, and we're going to dive into 15 incredible facts that make this place unlike anywhere else in the world. Forget everything you know about the 4 seasons. In Northern Australia, nature moves to a different rhythm, one dictated by the monsoon. In fact, the year is split into 2 dramatic periods, the wet and the dry. From about October to April, the wet season arrives with a vengeance. The air becomes thick with humidity, spectacular lightning shows ignite the sky, and torrential downpours transform the parched landscape into a vibrant green wetland, teeming with life. This is also the season of powerful cyclones. Then, around May, like a light switch, it flips off. The dry season brings months of uninterrupted blue skies, low humidity, and balmy temperatures. The floodwaters recede, opening up vast landscapes and making it the perfect time for travelers to explore this incredible and seasonally dynamic corner of the world. Venture into the Daintree rainforest in far north Queensland and you're stepping back in time. Way back. This isn't just any rainforest, it's the oldest continuously surviving tropical rainforest on Earth, estimated to be around 180 million years old. In fact, it predates the Amazon by tens of millions of years, and even survived the asteroid impact that wiped out the dinosaurs. It's a living museum, a direct link to the supercontinent of Gondwana. Here, you can find ancient living fossils, like the idiot fruit, a primitive, flowering plant that offers a glimpse into the very origins of floral evolution, but isn't named for any particular idiot. The Daintree is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site where ancient ecosystems, unique wildlife, like the cassowary, and breathtaking landscapes converge in a truly prehistoric world. Along the remote and rugged Kimberley coast of the state of Western Australia, the ocean doesn't just rise and fall, it performs. This region experiences some of the largest tidal ranges on the planet. In places like Talbot Bay, the difference between high and low tide can exceed a staggering 12 meters. To put that in perspective, imagine a 4-story building of water appearing and disappearing twice a day. This colossal movement of water has sculpted the coastline and created bizarre natural wonders. The most famous is the horizontal falls, where billions of liters of water are forced sideways through 2 narrow gorges, creating a unique, fast-moving river on the sea. It's a powerful and humbling demonstration of the gravitational pull of the moon on a grand scale.
Sure, I never ever.
That's a tide.
I know, yeah, horizontal.
Yeah.
It sounds stupid, but I obviously never think about Australia itself. Really, the rainforest. I actually didn't know there was a rainforest in Australia.
Absolutely, same here. I was absolutely unaware of that.
I assume that's exactly where all the it's inhabitable. Like you can't really go there. That's the whole point. No one really lives there, by like some Aborigines maybe.
Yeah.
But no mention of a rainforest there. I don't know if I'm being thick or which is fine. Wasn't good at geography. But you always associate Australia with being dead hot.
Oh yeah, just dry and barren lands. You know, you got like Sydney, but then I always thought like further further north you
like
go,
the
it was all like, it's like outback and desert and things like that. There's in the middle of it wasn't much there, sort of thing. But
absolutely, yeah. And
the rainforest and stuff and
that
in
sounds
the north,
amazing.
yeah.
I can't imagine what an Australian rainforest is like, because you hear about also the Amazon and others and ones in Africa and things like that. But like we said, you only associate it with just dry heat.
Oh, you do,
and gorgeous oceans. That's it.
That's right.
Yeah, interesting.
But that tide is huge. What's it, like 12 metres?
12
like
metres.
40 feet. I mean, that is some going nice.
Don't want to
isn't
get
it?
caught in that, do you?
Not at all. No, you don't.
Pints, not a
You don't be sunbathing on the beach when that's coming in, do you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Wow.
Get running.
It sounds like a riddle, but in Northern Australia, it's a reality. During the highest king tides of the wet season, some of the region's mighty rivers are forced to flow backwards. In places like Kakadu National Park, the tidal surge from the Van Diemen Gulf can be so immense that it pushes its way upriver with an unstoppable force. This salty tidal wave overpowers the river's natural freshwater flow, causing it to reverse direction for hours. This phenomenon has a profound impact on the riverine ecosystem, bringing saltwater crocodiles and barramundi far inland, and temporarily transforming freshwater billabongs into brackish estuaries. It's a wild and counterintuitive spectacle, showcasing the raw power of the coastal environments over the land itself.
Wow.
When many people picture Australia, they imagine a vast red desert. But Northern Australia is actually very different. The landscape here is dominated by tropical savanna, a sprawling ecosystem of grasslands punctuated by hardy eucalyptus and acacia trees. This savanna covers nearly a quarter of the entire continent, stretching from the Kimberley to the west to Cape York in the east. It's one of the largest and most intact savanna regions left on Earth. Wow. Far from being empty, this environment is perfectly adapted to the cycle of wet and dry seasons. It supports a unique array of wildlife, from agile wallabies to towering termite mounds, and has been actively shaped and managed by Indigenous Australians for tens of thousands of years using fire, a practice that sustains the health of this immense grassy woodland. By the way, if you love geography and want to dive deeper into the stories of places people love, come join me over on Substack. Every week, I publish additional articles and insights that go. While many Australians remember Gallipoli or the Kokoda Track, the largest and most direct attack on the country happened in its northern capital. On February 19th, 1942, the city of Darwin was devastated by 2 Japanese air raids. In an assault involving more aircraft than the attack on Pearl Harbor, Japanese forces dropped hundreds of bombs on the city's harbor and airfields. The attack sank numerous ships, destroyed infrastructure, and resulted in the deaths of over 250 Allied personnel and civilians. This event shattered Australia's sense of isolation and forever changed the nation's strategic outlook. Today, Darwin is a city rebuilt from the ashes, but relics and memorials throughout the area serve as a solemn reminder of the day that the front line of World War II came to Australia.
That's an interesting one, because again, maybe it's just not in our curriculum, but I never learned about Australia in wars at all.
I mean, I knew that their soldiers were involved in the Second World War. They were fighting in places around the world, you know, with the Allies and things like that. But didn't realise that Darwin had been bombed. I didn't realise that their actual sovereign land had been sort of like attacked.
More planes than Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, I know, it's incredible. I mean, that was never taught to us in our history lessons.
No, not at all.
But
because you think, because Australia is such like an isolated sort of place.
That's absolutely. You think it's so far away, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you think, it's pretty safe down there, but yeah, incredible.
Yeah, this is actually really interesting so far.
Yeah.
The rugged cliffs of Arnhem Land and the Kimberley are more than just stunning geology. They're the world's oldest and longest running art galleries. For tens of thousands of years, the rock shelters here have served as canvases for Indigenous artists. These galleries contain a continuous, detailed record of life, culture, and environmental change. Some paintings are estimated to be over 20,000 years old, depicting animals that have long since gone extinct, like the giant flightless bird, Geniornis. The art documents the arrival of new technologies, spiritual beliefs of the Dreamtime, and even the first contact of the Macassan traders and later Europeans. These sites are not relics of a lost past. They're living, breathing cultural documents of the world's oldest living culture. Long before Captain Cook sailed the east coast, the northern shores of Australia were part of an international trade network. For hundreds of years, mariners from Makassar, in present-day Indonesia, made annual voyages to Arnhem Land. They sailed on the monsoon winds in their perahu boats, seeking to harvest and trade for trepang, or sea cucumber, a valuable delicacy in Chinese markets. This regular contact led to a profound cultural exchange for the local Yolngu peoples. The legacy is still visible today in Yolngu language, which contains Makassan loanwords. This history challenges the idea of Australia as an isolated continent, revealing a deep connection to Asia. The geography of northern Australia proved to be a formidable opponent for early European colonists. The dream of a Singapore of the North was repeatedly crushed by the harsh reality of the environment. In the 19th century, the British established multiple military and trading outposts, each ending in failure. Fort Dundas on Melville Island was abandoned due to disease, isolation, and conflict with the Tiwi people. Port Essington on the Coburg Peninsula lasted 11 years before malaria, cyclones, and infertile soil forced its inhabitants to retreat. These ghostly ruins serve as powerful testaments to European miscalculation and the resilience of a landscape that simply refused to be easily tamed, a stark contrast to the successful settlements in the milder south. At the dawn of the 19th century, the northern coast of Australia was a great unknown on the world map. It was navigator Matthew Flinders who finally filled in the blanks during his epic circumnavigation of the continent between 1801 and 1803. Aboard HMS Investigator, he meticulously charted the treacherous and complex coastline, including the vast, crocodile-infested Gulf of Carpentaria. His journey was fraught with danger, from navigating hidden reefs to managing a leaky ship and a crew suffering from scurvy. Flinders' precise maps provided the first complete picture of the continent's shape and scale. It was also his advocacy that led to the official adoption of the name Australia, which was formerly called New Holland, cementing his legacy not just as a cartographer, but as a man who truly put the entire continent on the world map. Northern Australia is a land of epic scale and immense emptiness. The region north of the Tropic of Capricorn covers an immense 40% of the Australian landmass, an area larger than Western Europe. Yet, it's home to only about 5% of the country's population, roughly 1.3 million people. This translates to an incredibly low population density of less than half a person per square kilometer. Outside of a few major centers like Darwin, Cairns, and Townsville, towns can be hundreds of kilometers apart. This vast distance shapes every aspect of life, from governance and healthcare to industry and social connections. It's a region where the human footprint remains remarkably small relative to the vast, wild landscapes that dominate.
Wow.
If you want to understand the scale of Northern Australia, drive the Savannah Way. While the Outback Way is also often referred to as the longest shortcut, this legendary touring route reigns supreme when it comes to length. It isn't a single road, but a 3,500 kilometer network of highways and unsealed tracks connecting Cairns in Queensland to Broome in Western Australia. It traverses 15 national parks and 5 World Heritage areas. The journey takes you through an incredible cross-section of northern landscapes, from the lush rainforests of the Atherton Tablelands to the vast grassy plains of the Gulf Country and the rugged red gorges of the Kimberley. For those who travel it, the Savannah Way is more than just a road. It's an iconic adventure that reveals the immense distances, remote communities, and breathtaking natural beauty that define the region's human and physical geography.
Wow, it's a long way.
I was going to say, longest shortcut's a great way of putting
The
that.
cattle industry in northern Australia operates on a scale that is almost impossible to comprehend. This is the land of the cattle station, and some of them are larger than entire countries. While the world's largest, Anna Creek Station, is technically just south of the border, many stations across the north are similarly vast, often exceeding 1 million acres. On these properties, mustering cattle is done with helicopters and fleets of vehicles, and station boundaries can be hundreds of kilometers long. This form of land use has profoundly shaped the region's economy and culture, creating a unique identity rooted in pastoralism and remote living. It's a modern-day frontier where a handful of people manage tracts of land that would be considered provinces or small countries anywhere else.
To be fair, I would never would have thought of cattle as like a mainstay in obviously they will have it, but like again, I didn't realise there's that much like sort of farm life there. Even just seeing like the savannah, but seeing how green it is.
Oh, absolutely,
I'm surprised that, because obviously you think of, like we said, just desert, but it's really quite lush. Like,
it is
really
actually,
nice.
isn't it, in the north? Yeah, I'm a bit surprised at that. Like you say, I was expecting it to be more desert-like, but yeah, cattle and farming. I mean, I suppose it's definitely one of the main things up there. Because I think it's quite famous for beef and stuff, isn't it? Australia, for supplying stuff like that. So I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of cattle there. But I mean, some of the farms and places, like hundreds of square kilometres or miles.
15 national parks.
Yeah.
Like, imagine how big they are.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Like I say, that road looked pretty, that'd be amazing to drive. That would
be 3,500 kilometres.
Something like that, yeah. It's over 2,000 miles, so it's a long way, isn't it?
Yeah, that'd be a sort of adventure of a lifetime in a way.
Get a really nice camper van, something like that.
Some aircon.
Yeah, it'd be great, something like that, wouldn't it?
100%, yeah. If you could take a year off.
Well, exactly. Yeah, you probably need it to get across there, but yeah, amazing.
No, it's lovely. It's really weird, sort of seeing because I'm thinking Australia's quite small. It's really not, and then it's hard for me to put it into scale to the UK because the UK is so small compared to
absolutely. I mean, Australia's absolutely massive place, and like I said, the population there, like was it 1.2 million in the whole of the north? I mean, that is so small as a population, but it's.
When you think of that, we've got 60 million in the UK?
Roundabout, I think, yeah.
And that's like, I said 5% at 1.3, so 26 million people there. And you go, that's so much space.
It's absolutely incredible, yeah.
I'm not surprised everyone wants to move over there. It's like, you've got some space.
Got the room for it anyway, that's
and
sure.
a little beach as well.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Look at a world map and you'll quickly understand why Northern Australia is so critical to national security. Its strategic location, as the continent's northern gateway and close neighbor to Southeast Asia, has made it a vital hub for the Australian Defence Force. The city of Darwin and its surroundings host some of the country's most important military installations, including Royal Australian Air Force Base Darwin and Tyndall, Robertson Barracks for the Army, and Coonawarra Naval Base. This significant military presence not only makes defense a major employer and economic driver for the region, but also shapes its infrastructure and international relations. Regular joint training exercises with forces from countries like the United States and Singapore mean this sparsely populated area is often at the center of global geopolitics.
Don't want to get into that.
While much of the Western world grapples with an aging population, Northern Australia bucks that trend. Darwin, its unofficial capital, is Australia's youngest capital city by median age, with the average person being 33, as opposed to 37 for the rest of the country. The region attracts a dynamic and transient workforce drawn to opportunities in defense, mining, and tourism. It's also a remarkable melting pot of cultures. Darwin is one of Australia's most multicultural cities, with residents from over 100 different nationalities creating a vibrant mix of food, festivals, and language. Crucially, the region has the highest proportion of Indigenous Australians anywhere in the country. This unique demographic blend, young, highly multicultural, and with deep Indigenous roots, creates a social and cultural geography unlike anywhere else in the country, making it a truly modern and diverse frontier. Northern Australia is a fascinating region to see and explore. It's a place that I've become intensely interested in, mostly because very few people ever go there, including me when I toured through Australia earlier this year. But make no mistake, the next time I go to Australia, I'm heading north. Speaking of travel, this week I'm traveling from Tbilisi, the capital of Georgia, to Yerevan, the capital of Armenia, and I'm making some...
That'll be it.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
very good.
But you know what? It's a very relaxed channel. I've not seen any videos by Geography by Jeff, either by memory. Guy speaks well written,
he does.
And very well explained. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah, it's like I say, a big surprise about Northern Australia, but I mean, see, when people go, most people head towards Sydney, don't they?
Oh, of course.
So in the south,
Melbourne
or maybe
as well.
Melbourne.
Yeah.
Obviously, heard of Darwin, it's a famous place over there, isn't it? But I mean...
I know Cairns as well.
Yeah, but just not many people seem to go there as a sort of like destination for holidays and things like that.
I think that's like Manchester's like the third one. Well, it's the second city now, but you always go to London, don't you?
Oh yeah,
you always go to London.
If people come to the UK, they're going to head to London.
You're not
going
to Birmingham.
Yeah. So I get that. That's why people go to Sydney.
No one goes to the north.
I know, exactly. But it looks an amazing place. Actually, the landscape completely different from what I thought it'd be.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought above sort of like Sydney and stuff, I thought it's pretty much all desert. But
exactly.
But yeah, big surprise about that.
It's lovely though. I mean, I bet it's gorgeous wherever you go in Australia.
Yeah.
compared to where we are.
Yeah.
Like if you look outside now, it is gloomy ass. Yeah. It is so grim today.
I think it's over there. Some of the landscapes and
yeah,
especially when you get down to the coastlines and things like that.
Gorgeous.
Looks pretty nice.
Just don't get caught in the tide. That's about
it. Yeah.
But yeah, that was great as always.
Yeah, nice one.
Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers.